Mason, Ready Player One is hotly anticipated. It's a nostalgia trip for the mind and the virtual reality.
I want to be clear, it's not hotly anticipated by me.
That being said, we'll do this episode of Caravan of Garbage about it because it ties
There's a
in.
DeLorean in it.
There's a DeLorean in it, all right? What do you want?
Okay, great.
All right?
Nice.
There's a Back to the Future cartoon from the 90s
Yeah.
that we could talk about. It ran for 2 seasons. It has not the voice of Christopher Lloyd, but he does bookend each episode in live action.
Huh.
Yeah.
As Doc Brown?
No. As
Just
the guy
Christopher-
from Suburban Commando that he played.
Huh, interesting.
No, it's as Doc Brown. And I'll tell you this, Mason.
Yes.
He's bloody all in.
Really?
He's 100% committed to this.
Okay.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good stuff, but it's
No.
good stuff. Well, Mason, it's set after Back to the Future 3, so
Yep.
Doc Brown is hanging out with his time-displaced kids that shouldn't exist. He should kill them. He should kill them.
He should kill
They
him,
shouldn't
shouldn't he?
exist.
Yeah. What if at the end of every episode, you know how like you'd watch the G.I. Joe cartoon and there'd be
Yeah.
like a lesson at the end of, hey, why don't you help an old lady across the road or whatever. At the end of each one of these, he just stands over their beds as they sleep and he's got a rock in one hand and he like contemplates. Every episode he's got a different thing in his hand. He's got a wrench or whatever. He contemplates killing them. And then it's like a rainbow and it's like, bring, don't kill your kids. Brought to you by the Department for Not Killing Your Kids. Carry on.
So he's got 2 kids, Jules and
Jules
Vern.
and Vern, yep.
I don't remember which is which, but one's an idiot. So
that's a shame.
That factors in.
Is
yeah,
is that Clara's fault?
Yeah, but they're
'Cause
both
she's an
pretty
idiot?
smart. Yeah, she's just from a different time. She's not an
That's
idiot.
true, yeah.
She's just from the old West.
Yeah.
Where everyone's just falling into carts of manure and making
Yeah.
fun of Nikes and
Maybe
Chinese people.
one of the kids is Biff's kid,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very possible.
isn't it though?
Yeah, he's through time, isn't he?
Yeah.
Biff or Griff or old man Mad Dog Biff or whatever
Exactly,
the hell.
right? Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, there we go. So basically, he builds this machine,
Hello.
Doc Brown. It's called the Proprietary Ultrasonic Subatomic Molecular Redistributor,
Okay.
which basically means it just breaks the particles down of something and it sucks it into it. It's like a vacuum, but it can like.
Did any of Doc Brown's other inventions work?
Well, technically, that head thing works.
Yes, right.
But no, generally not.
Okay, good.
Not until he had that horrific fall onto his toilet
That's
seat
true,
or whatever.
yeah.
Then everything started to come together for
Okay,
him.
right,
So it
all
took
right.
if you're a struggling inventor, just smash your head on some porcelain. You'll
Oh,
be
absolutely,
fine.
yeah.
And you'll get some time-displaced kids, which you can kill yourself.
That's right. They're like freebies.
That's right. To test the proprietary ultrasonic subatomic molecular redistributor.
Can we shorten that down?
No.
All right.
He has to go 3 million years BC to test it out. Because he's like, I'm not going to test it out in modern day. What if it
I might kill everyone.
Yeah, I might kill everyone.
I might kill everyone and my kids, which I don't mind so much, but
That's
I'd have
it.
to kill all sorts of innocent people.
So while he's driving the DeLorean out with his kids, he nearly kills Marty. He actually gets hit by the car, doesn't kill him. And Marty's like, hey, I got my new music video. Jennifer made it for me, but I'm the star. And they're like, shut up. And they leave him. It's mostly a Marty-free episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it, Mason, because I don't like
Yeah.
his kids. I don't like him.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Were the kids put in this because they find Marty is unrelatable to...
Yeah, because he's
Surely-
like 16 or
But
whatever.
surely Marty's relatable to children.
No, kids only can relate to other kids.
I guess
Kids
that's
don't
true.
look up to anybody who's slightly older than them.
That's true.
Look at Jake Lloyd, Anakin Skywalker, your hero.
Uh-huh, yeah, still. Mhm.
Still,
Yeah.
that's it. So anyway, they go back there and they get picked up to 3 million BC or whatever. They get picked up by a pteranodon.
No, I will not let that slide. 3 billion BC and 3 million BC are very different.
Okay, it's somewhere in that ballpark. What do you want from me?
No, that's fair, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they get picked up by a pteranodon or something, one of the big flying ones. But it's
Yeah.
got like a big toucan's beak. It looks like a big bird. It doesn't look like a dinosaur. It saves him from a T-Rex. And they're like, what a good... They give it a name. I don't remember what they call it. It's irrelevant. But they name it. That's important because it has a horrible death. So...
Good, yeah, that's what you do. If you ever done that, what you do is you go to somebody, you can show them a pencil.
Yeah.
And you're like, this pencil's name's Gary, he's got 2 kids and he's just trying to, he works extra shifts over at the factory to make ends meet for his kids. He's a divorced dad.
Yeah.
And they go, interesting, and you just snap the pencil in half in front of him. A lot of people are like, oh, try it at home.
Yeah, absolutely. So Doc Brown looks up and then he suddenly realizes that he's transported them back in time to the exact point where the meteor hits the earth and
Oh,
kills all the
no.
dinosaurs. So what he decides to do, because apparently he's an idiot, uses the proprietary ultrasonic subatomic molecular redistributor to...
Could shorten that.
You don't need to.
No.
To pull it from the sky and cancel it out. They're cancelling the apocalypse, Mason.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim style.
Pacific Rim style. And then they're like, great, we'll go back to the future. I'm sure this...
Like in the name of the show.
Yeah. Sorry, they go back to... What's that movie called that we're going to see? They go back to Ready Player One.
Nice.
I'm tying it all in, Mason.
That's very good.
So anyway, they get in the car, and then his son, the dummy, the one who's the dummy, has drained the battery on the car because he's watching Marty's rock and roll VHS.
Nice.
Right? And then it's at this point in the series that I realized, the episode, that I realized that this is also edutainment. And I was you had me going there for a second with your nonsensical slingshots.
I think the comic book was also edutainment, but I could skip those panels.
Yeah.
So I've learned
Couldn't
nothing.
skip this. I need to
Learn
do
nothing.
this episode. So basically they explain how to get electricity out of a lemon because they charge the battery on the car. So if you ever need to do that, just watch this episode,
if you ever need to fully charge a time-traveling DeLorean, you can use a lemon.
No, it was a series of lemons. They used a few lemons.
Look, I don't mean to be critical.
Yeah.
But this really punches a hole in the logic of Back to the Future 3, because if he could have just powered the DeLorean with lemons...
That's a really good point.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were lemons in the Old West, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all had scurvy or whatever. They're probably eating them like...
Eating them left, right, and
It was
center.
probably a treat to eat a really sour lemon.
That's
you know, you have a plate of manure, then you eat a lemon.
That's right. Christmas time came around, your kids got a lemon each.
A lemon and you knock one of their teeth out.
That's right. All right, maybe they've modified the DeLorean since then.
Sure.
And you can power it with lemons.
Also, the DeLorean exploded. It got hit by a train.
Yeah, it did. This is a rebuilt DeLorean.
So I guess it's a rebuild. Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know.
right.
So anyway, they
lemon-powered rebuild.
They go back to the future. They go Ready Player One, Mason.
Oh, yeah.
And lo and behold, who would have fucking thought the future's completely changed because the dinosaurs were never wiped out.
Yeah.
And they built this like Earth-ish civilization, but they're all still giant. So they've zipped around their car and they're like, what's going on?
Have they become kind of like weird dinosaur-human hybrids like in the Super Mario Brothers movie?
A little bit. They're more like dinosaurs in clothes.
Okay, sure, I can
And also
I can work with that.
You can work with that. And time is being erased.
Oh, come
like
on.
Marty's really good rock and roll tape has been erased.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you know, like in the movie, the Back to the Future
I get
movie.
it, yeah.
And maybe
his family photos, slowly him being replaced by a series of dinosaurs.
that's it exactly. And also because why not? There's a Biff dinosaur. So
Of course there is. He's inescapable. Is there any explanation for that?
nah.
Like,
did you want one?
Yeah.
Well, there isn't.
Did a dinosaur have sex with Biff's ancestors or something?
I don't know.
Caveman Biff?
My understanding is that because I don't recognize them, I don't think there's been any people. I think it's just been a dinosaur society.
Yeah, right. Okay, sure.
For 3 or 3 billion, 3 million or
But
3
that
billion
means
years.
that Biff, rather than being a weird, indestructible genetic line for some reason, Biff is in fact some sort of evil spirit.
Yes.
Like he's some sort of demonic entity that can just enter into like a dim-witted man or a dinosaur and just become it.
Yes.
That's disturbing, and I love it.
It's all news to me. So basically, they have to go back in time to stop them not destroying the meteor or whatever.
Oh, is Biff Tannen, is the Biff dinosaur portrayed by Tom Wilson?
I don't know.
Tom Wilson USA?
I wish it was. I wish I knew. Maybe
Okay.
you could look that up, Mason.
I have
That could
looked
be-
it up and it says it is.
Ah, great.
Biff is. I don't know if dinosaur Biff is.
He'd have to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, look, I wasn't watching that closely, to be honest. So they go back in time, but in the process, Biff Dinosaur uses his tongue and he sticks onto the DeLorean.
I bet he does.
And they pull it like 100 feet. And then they go through time. And then he's just left there holding his tongue like just a whole lot of stretched taffy. Like it's just
Yeah.
ruined. Like that is unusable.
Well,
I mean, he's
look-
about to be erased from time.
Yeah.
But that dinosaur's life is over.
Well, and the Biff entity has taken many bizarre forms, so I'm sure he's not that concerned. He's been many kinds of multi-dimensional eldritch
He's been a
horrors.
cowboy.
Yep.
He's been Donald Trump. He's
Yep.
been a future boy.
Exactly.
And a dinosaur, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they bring the meteor back, and the dumb one, his dumb kid, whichever one is the dumb one, he's like, don't leave our friend the dinosaur, the bird dinosaur. And Doc's like, listen, idiot, we can't take a dinosaur back with us to the future. So we're going to leave him here.
Even though it's the name of the
Even
show.
though it's the name of the show we're in. So we're going to leave him here, right? And the dinosaur's sad. But
Okay, which of the brothers wears a coonskin cap?
the dumb one.
Okay, that's Vern.
Great.
Vern often uses his favourite insult, skunkhead. He's a tannin.
Yeah.
He's a tannin kid, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no kid of Doc Brown would wear one of those hats. Also, he's the skunk head. He's wearing a dead animal on his head.
Right.
What's wrong with this guy?
I know, right? Anyway, continue.
So anyway, they leave the dinosaur, but the dinosaur gives them a little bit of a kind of thumbs up. Not really, but he's pretty happy about being obliterated.
Of course.
Because it is. And they get back to modern day Earth, and Marty's there, and he's like, hey, I'm still here. I'm irrelevant to this story. And then there's a little bird flies up, and they're like, this bird just looks like the dinosaur we just left. So maybe it's its ancestor. Maybe it's got the spirit. Maybe it's got the spirit of Biff in it. I don't know.
Sounds like a lot of learning to me.
Yeah.
Gross.
We'll buckle in, Mason, because as the episode wraps up, it cuts back to live action Doc Brown, and he's like, "What an adventure I had! This was fun, Marty." That's pretty good, right?
Good stuff. Yeah, good. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts to Bill Nye the Science Guy, and then he does the lemon experiment. He's like, you can power clock radio with this. And I'm like, this is fucking useless. This is useless information. It was useless then, it's useless now. Thanks a lot, Bill Nighy.
Would you trust
actor Bill
Would you
Nighy.
trust a lemon-powered alarm clock?
No.
Absolutely not. What if the lemons dry out overnight?
What if it runs out of juice?
Very good.
We have to end on that high note, don't
Yeah,
we?
absolutely. And by that, we're going to end everything. There's no more episodes of this. No more episodes of our podcast, The Weekly Planet.
It's out every Monday, though.
All right.
Got a whole back catalogue.
Yep.
And hopefully a front catalogue. That's linked below. We do this every Tuesday, and there's videos here every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Why don't you give this a bloody subscribe, Mason?
Okay.
You've done it already?
Look, I haven't moved either of my hands to my phone to do that subscription thing that you mentioned.
Yep.
But trust me, I'm gonna.
And give it a like while you're at it, Mason.
Yep, gonna do that too.
Good.
I'm very trustworthy.
You certainly are. Thanks for watching this, guys. Sorry.
Grab that gem, you guys.
See you next
Wow,
time.
you really petered out there. It's almost like you ran out of juice.
Hey!
Nice.